Half-Life 2. You know it, I know it, your gerbil knows it. It's one of my favorite games of all time and an all-time classic. The one aspect I've always found interesting about Half-Life is the more disturbing aspects. You guys remember Ravenholm, the creepy town infested by head crab zombies and all of its different versions? The atmosphere and the lack of humans around makes for a perfect horror scenario. Well, other than Daddy Grigori. But one thing I thought would always fit in the world of Half-Life 2 is analog horror. That's when I found a small analog horror series about Half-Life 2 that I believe deserves more attention. Before I start talking about this series though, the creator Kozy is an awesome animator and they did an amazing job on it, so if you like their series that I'm about to talk about, then please go check out their channel. Thanks, on with the series. The first video in the series is called Strange Tape, and the description is November 21, 2000.
An electrical disturbance, but if you ask me, there's an intelligence in there somewhere.
So the video starts off with the text City 14 before we see a glimpse of what I believe is the character referred to at the end of the video, known as Jake, when the text "You have been tagged by the console, Jake" pops up. We are then asked a question: what happens when you die in City 14? City 14 being somewhere never seen in Half-Life, but mentioned. The description following the question states, "Upon death in City 14, a cremator will carry you to a local human decompiling shelter. Upon arrival, all limbs, hair, and genitalia will be carefully removed and put in a separate box apart from the torso and head. Any remaining blood will be moved to the nearest hydration system, where it will be thoroughly filtered and cleaned to recreate the taste of water. Your brain will then be extracted from your head. All memories will fade. It is unknown as to what happens next." Well, that sounds horrible. We are then shown this. This, I believe, is a stalker, which are humans who have been altered and have horrifying surgery done by the Combine in order to make them mindless zombies. We then hear the line, "They say it's only an electrical disturbance. But if you ask me, there's an intelligence in there somewhere." Before we are flashed different images of City 14 as it states City 14 needs you, and multiple lines about how great the console is before we are asked, "Do you love the console?" We are then told that whoever altered this tape is here to help us because they have to, and we need to leave City 14, and that they hope that we can forgive them. I just want to be free. Good luck, and start running. So this first episode was already a lot, but what we know is that we are seeing from the perspective of Jake, and that he's told that he must leave City 14 by a currently unknown character, but because if he doesn't, he will die. The next video is called Eli's Evidence, and the description is May 23, 1998. We are shown the head of a cremator, which is a cut enemy from Half-Life 2 that was supposed to remove corpses from city streets. We also are shown one walking around from a distance, and then are shown a photo of one standing behind some very terrified people. Then, the text, "He lies," and covered over that is "Ignore it," most likely by the person who altered the tape. Then we are shown this. we are shown some type of zombified corpse walking around, then shown a picture of a dead character with a black sensor bar, and the character looks like Jake, but probably not, because the next line of text is, "You're almost here, Jake. Just get on the train and don't look back. Once you're on, don't think about your family or friends. They don't need you. Like I said, we are both in this together. Once you arrive, I'll be there waiting for you. I'll be in the blue suit. Don't worry about times, dates, or locations. Good luck." So from what we can tell about this second video, Jake is given more evidence that they should leave City 14 with the proof shown. Then we are encouraged yet again by the person who altered the tape to meet them, and they will be safe, but this time with a bit more of a disturbing wording with them saying that your friends and family don't need you. And of course, with the blue suit, I think I can think of someone this could be, but moving on. The next video is called greenbliss.mp4 with a description, pretty light. This one starts off with the person talking through the tape yet again, reassuring Jake to come to them missing their meeting. With this, the person who made the tapes gives them one last offer to meet them in 3 days. In exchange, they will show them the tape of what happened to their brother. This is what happened.
Okay, so hello, whoever may be watching this. While exploring this building, I came across this thing. Now, looking at the arms, it seemed like it could have been human at one point in its life, but, well, whatever it was, it's certainly not that now. It's been changed, manufactured even into whatever the hell it was meant for, but God knows that that head does not come naturally. Now, me personally, I was never one for action during the war. I just did smart thing and hid for most of it. So I'm not sure if these kinds of things are common anywhere.
We see that their brother Alan had discovered a cremator when a loud noise plays before he starts to scream and the cremator moves. We hear a voice explain that we should avoid the green light, and that this actually is the first half of the conversation from part 1, in which there is a life form with the green light killing off humans. Then, to end off the tape, we see this. The G-Man in the blue suit saying, "I hope you're happy." The next video actually doesn't have a title, but does have the description, November 5, 1997. This one is a short one showing off that zombified creature again, possibly a stalker. I'm not sure. There isn't really too much to say about this one, but moving on. Next video is called 43. And this one's description is console sends a message. This one I really didn't understand due to the sound quality, but the one important thing I could hear is City 17, and that same loud horn noise is the one we heard in the Green Bliss video when the brother was attacked by the cremator. The next one is called turmoil.mp4, and the description is the sleeping man. This video again has audio that I couldn't really hear or understand, but we see someone walking around in an abandoned building, possibly Jake, as they discover a couple of dead bodies. Also, the person, Jake, probably, holding the camera's suit is wearing that of a loyalist who originally conformed to Combine rules. Next part is called assassin.mp4, and the description is caught.
Welcome, future citizens of City 17. Ever since the rehabilitation of Earth, we the Combine have been hard at work, ensuring the safety and well-being of our humans. While watching this, you're probably asking yourself, what did I do to deserve this? Why is this happening? Who am I? All of these will be answered in the near future. We'll now go over a few rules which everyone will be required to follow while transport. Number 1,
This one is another simple one, but from what we can gather is that from the animation, which I love the style of the little Combine soldier, that Jake is on the way to meet the G-Man, and how he flashes on screen after the animation. We also see Jake walking through the woods before being attacked, hopefully alive, but that's all we can gather from this part. I'm not sure what the enemy it is that's shown on screen because it goes by so fast, but if anyone could tell me in the description, that would be awesome. The next one is called September 15, 1999, Restored. And the description is, found it in the old lab.
You've never been out there before. I have one piece of advice. At the first flicker of green light, you run. A storm saw. I made the mistake of stopping to stun. That's how I lost my leg. Seen them take out whole squads, reeling in soldiers, tearing gunboats to bits. Some say it's only an electrical disturbance, but if you ask me, there's an intelligence in there somewhere. If only we could communicate with it. A force like that on our side, that would be a powerful ally.
This time we are given the whole conversation describing the green light, and it turns out to be Eli Vance talking to the camera with the cremator's head in the background, the same one we saw in Eli's evidence. That's pretty much it for this part. The next video is called abduction.mp4, and the description is the forever home. This one is interesting because I believe this one is confirmation that this takes place about 20 years before Half-Life 2, with the dates on the tapes and the use of the cremators, but also the use of the name Maxwell, which pops up in this tape. Turns out the person that we heard talk about the green light in September 15, 1999 Restored is not Eli Vance, but Eli Maxwell, a cut character from Half-Life 2 that originally was supposed to be someone merged with Captain Vance, who was another cut character that formed Eli Vance. Now, I'm not sure if the series is like an alternative version of Half-Life 2 history due to the cut content, but still cool to see. We also see that Jake has made it to City 17, but the G-Man tells Jake that he needs to run. The next video is called niceman.mp4, and the description is, he is happy. Don't know why he had to scream at us like that, but this shows the same creature that we had seen in part 1. I'm not sure if this is what has become of Jake, but we'll see based on the next and final part, called 3.mp4, with no description.
I must say, Jake, you're not a very easy man to get a hold of. I have something very special in mind for you. I'll be seeing you on the other side.
So we see that Jake has not become the creature we saw in the previous part. Maybe, perhaps, I'm not sure, but we know that he has met with the G-Man before the light flashes and everything ends. This could have been him hallucinating, because he could have been caught. I like that it's kind of like an ambiguous ending, but yeah. This story is simple, but amazing in my opinion. The use of cut content from the games, and it taking place before the events of Half-Life 2, and how it shows this cool story of someone trying to escape the Combine in the cities to get to the G-Man in this analog horror style. I might have not understood everything in the story, but it felt like such a fun watch. Please go check out Kozy, and I will link their channel in the description. If there's anything else you notice about the story, let me know in the comments. Also, one last thing. I now have memberships. Whoa! If you want to support me in some way or another, then that would be awesome. You will get member-only community posts, special emotes in chat when I start streaming, a badge, priority replies to comments, and member shoutouts. Yippee! Only do it if you want to and have the money. See ya!